Come back. We've got them. You're going to buy Shasta Daisies. Get them here. Don't know what a Shasta Daisy is, or well, you know what a daisy is, but not what a ever-blooming perpetual Shasta Daisy is? Stay tuned, because every one of these words is actually very important. Cottage Farms is very important. 3 pieces is very important. Let me just throw the other words at you, and then you knock it out of the park, Kate. Perpetual.
Well, so, you know, you got to kind of put perpetuals and ever-blooming together, because I think we've really tried to hammer that point home for you. These do not stop blooming. So when Cottage Farms gives a name like perpetuals to something, that just means that it's going to actually perform for you like an annual. So when we talked about annuals earlier in the show, we said you choose annuals because of their flower power. They will bloom all season. I have these in my garden and they've started blooming. So there's no other perennial in my garden that is blooming now. So we've got a lot of great fall bulbs, but not like this. These start blooming now and they will bloom clear to a frost.
Call us if you want to. We'll put our number up again. This is last chance. A lot of you love using the phone when it comes to Cottage Farm. So here it is. Share your story or order by phone. 1-800-600-1556. Order $575.90. Last chance, Cottage Farms. Why is this our pick of the show? Well, what makes them different from other daisies?
So what makes them different is first that they're ever blooming, and so we talked about that, how they'll continue to bloom. Second is because these are actually a compact variety. They're not tiny, they're not 12 inches, they're 24 inches, so they're still big, a nice sturdy plant. But the other daisies that you may have grown, if you have grown daisies before, they're really tall. A summer rainstorm comes along and boom, the center of your daisies is now open, and instead of beautiful white happy flowers in your garden, you have a big hole. That doesn't happen with these. Because they're only 24 inches tall, they are going to be tall and sturdy and sticking up and staying these happy faces the entire summer
Now,
long.
somebody who writes about this, who knows it, like this is your life. Why are they such a compliment and such a tasteful compliment to other flowers you might already have?
Well, adding white, just like my white pants,
Yep.
when you add white to anything, it makes other things pop.
It's such a smile
Yes,
flower,
it is.
isn't it? Like,
and that
who
happy
doesn't
little
like
yellow center, you
Yeah.
know, I think it reminds a lot of people of their childhood. Either it's the he loves me not, you make little flower crowns, whatever it is, I really do think that daisies remind people of their childhood. They're kind of a carefree flower.
Right.
And that's what I actually love, growing daisies in kind of a meadow look. So if you have 3, I would like to see 6 of these planted together to give more of that wild meadow, really like free look, because that's what the daisies are saying. It's just like, let me be free.
And let me be free. Now, how many is that?
That's one plant.
That's one.
Yeah,
You're getting
one
3
plant.
of these. So over time, again, this is a perennial. This is not an annual. These are coming back again next year. They are heat tolerant. They are resisting deer.
Yes.
And they're also going to attract hummingbirds and butterflies. This is what you're about to shop for, but we're getting a little bit busy on our phones on QVC2 right now. Our pick of the show is here and now. The ever-blooming, perpetual, ever-blooming Shasta Daisies
And you
are
can see,
back for the final look.
Look at this one. It is ready to bloom. And the other fun thing about these is that I also write about trends in the garden. That's one of the really things that I'm known for. And white flowers being planted in moon gardens. People are planting a lot of moon gardens this year, which means that we're all busy during the day, or it's really hot during the day. So when are you enjoying your garden the most? At night.
What do you mean a moon garden? I don't even know.
So when you plant white flowers at night, they better reflect the moonlight. And so you want to choose flowers that have these white shades or even silver, like lamb's ear, choosing lighter flowers that reflect the moonlight. So when you're out there enjoying yourself, you can see your flowers.
The pool's on, right?
Right, exactly.
Very low lights on the patio, and these will kind of come alive and beautifully come alive. They'll attract butterflies as well. You can do these in pots, or you can do these in the ground.
That's the great thing because they're compact. You can do these in pots. And when you do them in pots, I would like to see them, you could do them alone. A great design trick is 3s or any odd numbers. So if you are putting pots together, let's say under a tree where you're not really able to dig in the ground because the soil is too tight there with the roots, plant all 3 of these together. But yeah, you can also put them in the ground, in borders, walkways.
As people are shopping right now and realizing, okay, I get daisies. I can go to the garden center and get daisies, right? I could drive to your local garden center. You're living in Iowa and Minnesota. You're living in, where are you? Washington right now, right? Why should I be shopping on QVC right now and picking these up? what is the Cottage Farms difference from this and other daisies that I might have at a garden center?
You're right. There are daisies at a garden center, but their
Yes.
tags don't say, there's other daisies out there that are better than us. These daisies are going to bloom longer. So that's the first thing that really sets these apart. If you have grown daisies before, they really peter out in the heat of the summer. They don't perform in the heat. Plus, their white petals turn a little brown in the heat of the summer. These are going to stay a nice, crisp white. And really, I think what I love most about these is that they're compact. And so you have the ability to use them now in places where you couldn't use them before. And they'll really stand the test of summer. They will perform and last for you all summer long. And isn't that what we want from our flowers?
That's what you want from your
Yeah.
flowers. That's what I keep asking. Like, how long before it gets to that, and then how long do you actually have flowers? And then they die, and you got to get more the next year. They keep coming back.
Right.
So if
These
you've
are
got
coming back.
ever blooming, if you've got the ultimate color, if they're classic, really pretty, and they're the perfect kind of proportion and size, and they're an incredible price, like 3 of these,
Wow.
like what's that? That's 3 and 6 is 18, free shipping and handling. That's $6 for that beauty. That's $6 there, and you're going to get next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. You can't buy patio furniture, you can't buy paint, you can't buy a rug, you can't buy, right? You can't buy anything that gives
Cup
you
of
that kind of
coffee.
look, right? A cup of coffee
Yeah.
for that kind of look over time. That's the Cottage Farms difference, and we've got it on 3 easy payments of $5.94. But the time is now. Now, the price on this one goes up at the end of day tomorrow, but Kate's already gone. Kate's in Portugal tomorrow. She's done for the season. Cottage Farms is not coming back for the season?
Right.
Is that as far as
That's
we
true.
know?
That's true.
There's no
The
backup
season's
to the
over.
backup guest or anything as far as you know?
No.
So
We've
this is it,
grown-
everybody. You're
right.
watching QVC2 right now. This is the final, I'm calling it Last Chance Cottage Farms right now. And this is our pick of the show. Once again, here comes a photo of, well, they're just absolutely natural and beautiful
And this-
timeless.
Timeless. That's a great way to describe the daisy. It is timeless. And you can see here in this picture how dense that flower is. It just keeps blooming, and then there's more buds coming behind it. It is really going to give you that full flower coverage. And we talked earlier about when you have that full flower coverage. And what we didn't talk about earlier, though, is that dense foliage around the base of those. You could see it in the picture, you can see it here. And when you have that dense foliage, you know what that does is it shades out the weeds. And weeds need sun to survive. And so you're able to then have this plant be a problem solver for you. So whether that be you don't have to weed as much, or you're filling in holes in your garden where you need a little bit more attention, let that plant be the problem solver.
Again, I got a question. So Kevin wants to know, what is a Shasta daisy? Difference between a daisy and a Shasta daisy.
It's just the variety. So they name, when they come up with a new type of daisy, you have to give it a different name.
And not all Shasta daisies are perpetual everblooming.
That's right.
That's the big,
It
of all
is.
the words there's the adjectives that are descriptive and very important.
I think that's what counts here the most, because it is what sets these apart. Because this is what we want from our flowers in the garden, is to bloom so we can then, clip some and enjoy them inside. You don't just have to enjoy them in your garden, but when they re-bloom and continue to give you flowers, you're not afraid to clip a lot. Bring them to your neighbor when you know she's having a bad day. Wouldn't this cheer you up if your neighbor brought you some of these just tied with a simple ribbon?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I would love that.
Yeah.
And now you can, because these, look at that. You clip out 10, 12 of those, you're never gonna miss them. You'll never know they're gone.
How great is that, right?
Yeah.
Caregiver giving it to somebody who's ailing right now, bringing some beautiful Shasta daisies. They're gonna make them smile, and they're gonna remember you for it. And by the way, these pay for themselves in the first time you clip these and the first time you give them.
Yes.
Compared to going to the flower shop.
Yep.
My wife used to work for a flower shop.
Yes.
I know the flower shop thing, right? That'll be $65 or
Right.
whatever that is, or
Right.
$45. And I'm the dumb guy who goes, oh, yeah, okay,
All right,
here you
I'll
go.
take 2.
Where, right? So what you're getting here is, let's show them again what they're physically
Yes.
going to be getting,
Yes.
if you would, Kate. 1, 2, 3 of these. How long before these guys start to bloom and look like this?
So this density here and this number of flowers will be the end of your second season. But you know, as I said, these that I have at home are already blooming. They're my first perennial to bloom in my garden, and I'll dare say they'll probably be the last, because they will continue to bloom for you. And look, they've got flowers on them. This is the ship sample, and you can also see how really thick this foliage is down here.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
right?
isn't it?
You're just confident right away.
Yeah.
Now, okay, now plant that for me.
So
Plant that. Put that. You take that thing out.
Yes.
Put it in the ground.
yes, if you've never ordered plants on TV, when they do come, this is a 3-piece. They'll be in a cardboard box,
Yep.
nicely snuggled into some little cardboard, wings, and they'll be in a plastic bag. If you can't plant them right away, make sure you do take them out of the plastic bag and set them in the sun. These do like full sun. These daisies love to be in a place that gets full sun. So then you're pinch the plastic pot and make sure that it's a little bit easy to take out. You don't want to be pulling it by the stems to take it out. Try to get it as close to the base as possible, and then you'll be able to wiggle it out. And then look at those.
Do you knock it?
Look at those beautiful roots. I always knock it, even if the roots don't look like they're
Don't
circular.
kill the roots, but you
which
just
here
wanna,
they're not.
break them up a little bit?
Yeah, and don't worry, you're probably not going to kill the roots.
You know what's great about right now, though, like this last chance, is that in the past, and I will tell you this, we've ordered like things, Cottage Farms and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll get them when their shipped is shown, right, and
Yeah.
the time that they're shipped. And it might be like, uh-oh, Cottage Farm and QVC shipped them at the right time,
Yes.
but we just got an unexpected frost.
Right.
Got really cold. We have to keep them in the garage for a little while. You don't have to worry about that right now. Like when you get them, you pop these in the ground.
Yes.
The weather is
The weather
right.
is here, and that's why all of our zones are open. We are shipping to everyone right now. So you get these,
Right.
they're there to you in 7 to 10 days. You put them in the ground, but that is why we have those ship zones, to make sure that your last chance of frost has passed, because we want to make sure if you're not sure when to plant, this is when. As soon as you get them, put them in the ground.
As soon as you get them, put them in the ground. We have 1 minute, 30 seconds in the, you on QVC tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, 4 to 6 with Rachel, and then that's it.
4 to 6 with Rachel, and
Yep.
then that's it.
Yep.
Now in QVC.com, 4 to 6 with Rachel tomorrow, and then many of these prices go away. The season ends for Cottage Farm. So if you're watching right now, and if these sell out, how many we got left of these? Literally a couple thousand of these, and that's going to do it. In the last minute, what'd you bring us in M63129?
We brought you at Cottage Farms, we brought you the happiest flower on the planet, I think I'd like to say.
The happiest flower on the planet.
Yes,
Yep.
because with their sunny little faces, everybody loves a daisy. But now you're going to love your daisies even more, because these are going to bloom for you they'll be the first to bloom in your garden and the last to stop, to continue to bloom in your garden. And now you get to put these daisies anywhere in your garden because they're compact. They're a little bit smaller, so they won't peter out in the heat of the sun. So you are getting everything you want in a flower, low maintenance, bloom power, and then you can just sit out there and enjoy your garden.
M63129. You're a bundle of
you.
energy and information. Equal
Thank
parts
you.
energy and information. And it's very much appreciated. As I'm